Hi, this is Bill Wynn, and I'm very excited to bring to you a simple overview video of the eTrader software. This is the software that will be presented on the 15th or thereabouts by iPro Network to people that want to be involved in trading cryptocurrencies on at least 2 exchanges. So we're in the software here, and it is actually very user-friendly on a mobile phone as well. You can see how nice and responsive it is when you drag it over to the width of a phone here. Actually, it would be even a little bit more. So this is really great because you'll be able to operate it right off your phone. Real nice responsive layout. Now what that's very interesting is that some people have wondered if you have to download and install it on your computer, but that's not the case. It's simply a web-based platform that you log into. Therefore, you can access it from your phone, your computer, whatever you need, wherever you are, as long as you have an internet connection. So here on the front page, there's lots of education that will be added to it regarding cryptocurrency trading, as well as the platform itself. The developer of the software plans on doing a number of webinars to help everyone get used to the software right away. And then these signals here, we'll go over that in another moment. Here on the left, you'll see the menus. Here it's going to be working on Bittrex and Poloniex, with plans to add it to a number of other exchanges. And by the way, it will be able to trade simultaneously on all of the exchanges that you decide to activate. First, let's take a look at Bittrex. Here, when we go to Bittrex, the only settings that you need to add, and this is going to be part of the videos that they will have, is you need to get the API settings from an API key in your Bittrex account. Sounds pretty complicated. These characters look complicated, but it's really just a copy paste, so it's really quite easy, and I don't want you to be intimidated by that. Once you connect the API, that allows the Bittrex server to communicate here with your account, and so it populates this with your information. You can see in this particular Bittrex account there's 0.76 Bitcoin balance. Now it does require Bitcoin to do the trading. Then what you'll do here on the bot settings is you'll determine how much Bitcoin you want to risk per trade. So if you're unsure how to do that, you can go to a website, Preev, Preev.com, and you can say that it's a real simple website. So it's just really for converting cryptocurrency. You can see 1 Bitcoin right now is at 13,700. So what I want to do is say I wanted to trade 0.005 Bitcoin. So that means my trades in the eTrader connecting to Bittrex would be $68 per trade. Now in this case, I actually used 0.09 because I like to make sure the trades count for something. Okay, then you have low risk, medium, and high risk. These are the only settings that you have to engage yourself in. And what this is, the software is very conservative with lots of algorithms and strategic trading concepts all baked into these 3 options. And the software actually does a 5-year historical analysis of a coin, of its trading history, if there's 5 years available, and then it will gather that. It'll gather sell volumes, trade volumes, of course algorithms within the last so many days or weeks, and then it sums all of that up in 7 seconds and decides whether or not it should make that trade on your behalf. So that's low risk. And then as you go into medium and higher risk, basically you're allowing the software to ignore some of those precautions that it has in place to make a good trade, and you're risking a little bit more of getting into a trade where the price could drop and you're going to have to sit on that trade for an extended period of time, maybe a day, maybe a month, for that crypto to come back up to the value where the trade would be appropriate. Now the other thing is, if you needed to, you can go ahead and log into your Bittrex account and override these. If you wanted to go in, sell it off for a loss, whatever, you can do so. And then this third option, you get to hold the asset, the crypto that was bought, until the target is met, meaning the target that was set by the software, or you can decide to allow the software to sell even if its target is not met. And that would be a certain profit margin that the software is predetermining. Okay, and then as we scroll down, there's an error log here. If you have errors here, you know that something is not right. And then this is actually some of the trading history in this Bittrex account. And then you'll see the bot trading history here, all of the trades that it has been making. Now I just set up the software this morning, so I have not taken advantage of any of these trades that have been taking place, but they are taking place here and you can see them there. Okay, alright, so that's Bittrex. Now Poloniex operates a little differently, and the reason for this is what Poloniex or Bittrex or another exchange allows a developer to do using their API, which is basically it's almost like a communication system between two servers. Poloniex is different, so immediately here you see that they don't have a notification that you're okay. Now if this log right here has no text, that means it's connected. So the same thing here, you're setting up an API, and then the only thing you see here in Poloniex is the trades that are coming through. These 3 trades were made 2 days ago. The market was not volatile enough, or there were no trades made yesterday because the market wasn't good for it, and that's a good thing. You don't want software just randomly sticking your Bitcoin out there for trades that are either high risk or just plain not good ideas. So you see these trades went through 2 days ago. When you see something like this here, it means that the analysis came back on that trade and the software decided to suspend that trade because it wasn't good enough. And then you can see all of the trades that were done here through the software. Now my understanding is this is a historical record over the last month, and I don't know if the software was running the entire time or what. Now you see here another trade that was suspended, Bitcoin to Bitcoin Cash. And so what's great is you don't actually have to decide what coins you want to trade, nothing like that. The software is strictly looking for profit margins that are good trades. Now maybe a question comes to your mind: if you're holding Ripple or Neo, Cardano, whatever in your account, will the software actually sell that? No, it will not. It really is only using your Bitcoin balance. And then here you see some more of the trades. So what's interesting is the way Poloniex works is it will actually make 10 trades on your behalf at any one time, and the reason for that is the way that the API works. If you have $1,000 worth of Bitcoin in your Poloniex account, it's going to take 10% of the available balance to make trades. You remember in Bittrex we were able to set the amount of Bitcoin that would be used and risked on a trade. In this case, it's actually 10% of whatever's available in your Poloniex account. So if you actually have $100,000 worth of Bitcoin in your Poloniex account, your trades are going to be $10,000 worth of Bitcoin each. So keep that in mind. You may want to convert the Bitcoin in your account over to Tether if you don't want to use all of that balance, or you can transfer it somewhere else or put it into another crypto that you perceive as stable. And so that's Poloniex. So it's really quite simple. Poloniex is actually a little easier. You simply decide how much you want to be placing on trades, and then connect the API. Now also at any time you can go into the exchange, Bittrex or Poloniex, and you can deactivate the API key, so the software no longer has the ability to communicate through the exchange into your account. Now the software has these signals. Now this is more for manual trading, and you can get push notifications here if you leave this open that these new signals come up. And what this is it has to be executed just right to get the projected win gain here. But you know, obviously it's not a guarantee. This is just predicting a potential trade that could be made, but it has to be executed absolutely perfect to expect the gains. But this is something that you can do on the side if you want to be manually involved in trading. And then we see the webinars which are coming, and then some simple settings in the software. There is a chat room that will be functioning, and so you can update your avatar and some of your information. And that's a simple recap on the eTrader, so you get a general idea of what's coming here around the 15th, and just to kind of prep you for that.